What's up, everybody? I'm Derrick Grossen, and welcome to YSN's Player Profile. Tonight, we have a left tackle for the LEETONIA Bears, Mason Mellinger. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And speaking of great, your team has made the playoffs, of course, due to COVID. Every team was able to make the playoffs. But you guys were 5-1, even if a regular season was 10 games. Most likely, you guys would have made the playoffs. And how much does that playoff run mean to you and your team?
It means a lot, especially for us seniors, going from 0-10 my freshman year to 5-1. So it really means a lot of hard work.
It is a lot of hard work. And speaking of hard work, you're the left tackle. You're on the offensive line. And LEETONIA, when people think of LEETONIA, think of the running game. You have Marco Ferry, Dylan Derrick, and Jacob McCool, the running backs, even Hayden Sabula in there at times. How much does it mean to you as a lineman to create those holes and create the space for the running backs in the lanes?
Honestly, it means a lot because every time they score, get a big run. I know it's because of us up front, so it means a lot. Take a lot of pride in it.
Yep, opening those lanes for the running backs. Marco Ferry broke the regular season rushing record for LEETONIA last year, and probably would have done it this year with you big guys up front. So being a senior you are now, it means growing up, and from a freshman year, you changed a lot. How much have you think you've changed from yourself being a freshman to being a senior this year?
Well, the most noticeable thing is I gained a lot of weight. I got a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and that's really what helps us offensively, I think. All of us have. You know, Gannon Shepard, he's gotten a lot bigger his freshman year till now. Mm-hmm. All of us.
Yeah, I was a senior when you guys were freshmen at LEETONIA, and there is a big difference between you guys now. I remember in the weight room, you guys still did lift more than me, but it was kind of close. You guys did improve a lot from physicality, weight, and even, learning how to play the game right. Did that come with time, being a freshman to senior, like learning what to do?
Yeah, it definitely came with time. You know, a lot of practice and a lot of thinking, a lot of film study, and I think we're pretty good at what we do.
Tell me, you were a freshman. That was Haiti end of his era. Now, Coach Julia is now the coach. What does Coach Julia bring to the football team?
He brings a lot of knowledge. You know, he's had several years under his belt, has a state championship. Mm-hmm. He brings a lot of knowledge and a lot of, just a lot of lessons, life lessons.
I was able to speak to Coach Julia, and he is a very intelligent man when it comes to the X and O's of football. And speaking of your freshman year, we talked about that a little bit, of going 0-10. How are you guys able to kind of turn that around? You talked about a little bit of it, like learning in the film room, weightlifting, getting bigger. But as a team as a whole, how are you guys able to go from 0-10 freshman year, as your senior group, and now being 5-1 in the playoffs?
We were really close as a senior group. We're all nice, good friends. We like to mess around with each other, pull pranks on each other, we're really close, and that's what we push each other.
Keeps you guys together. That's always great to hear. And you are a senior still. You're considered a leader and mentor to the younger players as well. And you do still have some young guys playing. Is there anything specific you tell the younger players or mention to them for the future?
I like to tell them to get in the weight room. My freshman year and a lot of people's freshman years, they were really small. And if you get in the weight room and get big, you'll blow up. You'll become noticeable.
I think that was the problem for LEETONIA for years, is the weight room. We never really had a dedicated team or dedicated coaching staff that would, consistently make us in the weight room. So I do see that from Julia and see that from you guys being consistently in the weight room, getting bigger and getting stronger and all that stuff. And inspiration for football, I know mine was Josh Gordon. I loved watching him as a receiver, and that's why I wanted to be a receiver. Who was your kind of inspiration or mentor getting into football?
Honestly, my brother, he played for Haiti also his senior year. He was a offensive lineman, and I just looked up to him, wanted to be better than him, honestly. So that helped a lot.
Little brother rivalry there.
Yeah.
Inspiration? Any inspiration off the field? Like maybe a career thing you want to do, or maybe it's just a school inspiration, someone that you like watch and look up to?
Not really, honestly. I love playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep doing that as long as I can.
When it comes to football and the film study, you watch yourself. Who's your biggest critic when it comes to that?
Definitely my dad. You know, after the games, he calls me, lets me know what I did right, what I did wrong, and I always hear from him after everything. So,
do any of your teammates, like any of the other linemen or any coaches, like really get at you for like mistakes if you make any or anything like that, or is it really like they just kind of sit down and like this is what you could have done better?
they don't really get on us. They like to sit us down and teach us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of yelling at us, they like to teach us the right way to do things, especially when we mess up. So that's pretty nice.
For LEETONIA, go to LEETONIA. Do you have any favorite teachers there you'd like to give a quick shout out to?
Oh, shout out to Mrs. Fontaine, my science teacher.
Mrs. Fontaine, shout out to her. And
Yep.
What's your favorite subject at school? It could be even gym class, but what's your favorite subject?
I really like art. I mean, most people just think it's art, but I actually really like it. It's enjoyable.
Mrs. Mitchell, still the art teacher there?
Yep.
Shout out to Mrs. Mitchell as well.
Shout out to Mrs. Mitchell.
The year is kind of coming to the end, kinda. What do you want to do for your like after graduation? Do you plan on anything?
I don't really have anything set in stone. A lot of options, but still thinking about it.
Okay. And is there any other shout outs you would like to make for any players on your team or family members, anything?
Shout out to my mom for helping me through all of this. You know, she's done a lot. It means a lot to me.
And I'll ask one more quick question because this year is a little different from every other year. COVID, the coronavirus, making games a little different. We only had 6 regular season games before the playoffs. How different is it in school or day to day with football with the coronavirus?
It's a lot different. It's a lot different. It took a lot getting used to, but once we got used to it, we started to get into a kind of a groove, and then we just took off from there.
That's always good to hear. You guys are 5-1. You guys will play this Friday. If someone's watching this, it's I believe the 16th.
Yeah,
16th. You guys play Buckeye Central. How are you looking for that game?
I think we're looking pretty good. They have a nice running game. We have a nice running defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be a good matchup. All
right, Mason. Well, I'd like to say thank you for coming on YSN and doing this player interview for us.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you next time.
All right, see ya.
Good luck.
Thank you.